Let's make some eerie valentines. From watchful eyes to a bleeding heart, we'll create some weird resin art. I have reached the depth I want, leaving just a little space at the top to finish the piece. I will cure it from the back as well because this is colored UV resin, and if I don't, it will be sticky and gooey. Now for the creeps. I feel this green eye against the pink is the best choice. It's a literal rendition of a Lovelorn Gaze. Usually in cartoons, you see the pupil become a heart shape, but here it's the other way around. After ensuring the stickers are pressed down properly with no air bubbles trapped between the sticker and the resin, I'm going to seal it. Now I'm going to create a raised texture around the eye using some pink UV resin. This will act as a base for the darker color to follow. I'm fashioning the iris using a purple UV gel which complements the pink perfectly. The contrast will be subtle because this gel becomes more transparent once cured. I'm running this toothpick through it to create a texture that mimics a real iris. Once that's done, it's just a matter of filling it to the top with clear resin and curing it. The base is ready. Now for the second half. This piece will cap the base and provide the magnification effect. I'm lining it with black UV gel and feathering it to complete the eye effect and give it a three-dimensional look. I want to ensure that when the piece is assembled and viewed from the side, the eye looks deep and realistic. This will also blur the very clear divide between the colored and the clear resin. Since these shapes don't have precast holes, I'll need to add a way to hang them. I'm using silver finish eye pins to turn these into pendants, which I can then assemble into the final earrings. Because the body surfaces were concave on one side and raised on the other, I had hoped the resin pieces would just lock together perfectly. Unfortunately, they are trapping air and my gloved fingertips aren't precise enough to fix it. I'm going to sand the faces down to ensure that the fit is flush and the chance of trapping air is minimal. Aww, there's a bubble here. In today's resin battle, the bubbles won. Well, let's chalk it up to the learning process. There is a little bit of extra resin to deal with, but a little sanding followed by dip doming should take care of that. My pendants are finished, the layers are blurred from the side, and the heart-shaped has skewed into a teardrop. The effect is fascinating. The pink adds a little bit of fluff, but the eye keeps it creepy. I'm loving this weird balance. I think the vibe would change drastically if the colors were a little more serious though. So, let's work with a darker color palette. I'm using a toothpick to demold this to avoid any stray resin from my gloves. It's a detail I missed when I was working on the pendants earlier, and I don't want to risk marking the surface this time. I'm going to add jump rings and hoops to assemble this into Valentine earrings. This eerie Valentine set is complete. I like the fact that from a distance it looks like a simple heart shape. The eye only reveals itself when one looks at it up close. Especially the earrings. They came out cute despite my efforts. Probably because of the pink and silver combo. The pairing of black and bronze has also come out well. These were hearts cast in a silicone mold. Now, let's explore a bleeding hearts design for an open bezel. The UV gel has a low contrast with the black background. If I want the red to pop, I can add a little mica pigment to it, but I like this muted tone. I will keep layering the red UV gel and the clear UV resin till I get a little more volume and the red resin becomes a little more prominent. bleeding heart keychain is complete. The top layer is striking. The black layer catches the light and the camera is not catching it, but the background red is peeking through the glitter. I like it. Hope this was a fun watch. Happy crafting and have a wonderful day.